My work essentially is a form of personal activism. I am primarily concerned with liberating the Black body, addressing the Black body, mostly through looking at the way that photography has been implicated in the construction of racial identities and what it means to be a victim of those constructs. So I essentially am using photography to fight photography. So I'm kind of revisiting the archive, revisiting history, historic kind of narratives, rephotographing them, placing myself in them, remixing them, in order to call attention to some of the tropes and motifs that are present in the history of photography of the Black body. And by Black body, I really more specifically mean the non-white body. I essentially work with remote live view. I use a Canon 5D Mark II, which has an EOS facility that allows you to kind of watch yourself in your computer, almost like watching yourself in the mirror. And then for many of my works, I set it on a timer, and I literally just perform in front of the camera. Usually I'm 100% alone. If there's a stylist, I usually ask them to walk out of the room when it's being done. And so yeah, I just kind of perform all of the characters. If I need to be more than one, then I have to, maybe I'll have my stylist or someone come in and perform the hand that's on the shoulder, or like, you know, kind of help me figure that kind of stuff out. But for the most part, it's just me alone. Well, I mean, I think that art has the capacity to do things that politics can't, or government can't, or law can't. Art's function, at least from my point of view, and from my interaction with it, is to kind of open pathways, open ways of thinking, create space for other narratives or other ways of addressing, whether it be your own personal politics, what's happening around you, aesthetics, inner self, emotions. I mean, the whole gamut of things that art can touch upon. Usually it opens something up. And so for me, that's what my work. I've chosen politics, I've chosen activism, I've chosen healing within myself and healing within my community as the ultimate purpose of my work. And to promote healing overall, so when I say my community, I don't just mean the Black community, I mean the human kind of, humanity in general. One of my personal interests is to begin to see a lot of the barriers and the binaries that make us see each other as different, whether it be via class or race or gender or sexuality or any other one of those barriers. So to watch those kind of breakdowns that we can get on with the business of being human. I started using my body with a series called Leapfrog, and that was a reaction to a set of experiences that I had in Paris, but also in Europe in general, in terms of feeling like I was being treated as a stereotype, meaning when I walked into rooms, particularly wealthy, Parisian rooms, the set of assumptions about who I am, my education, my experiences were pretty much fixed, and then almost all of my conversations were these kind of anthropological inquiries about, who's this thing? It talks, it walks, it speaks, it's in the art world, it speaks other languages, oh my God, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, I'm in the same room as you, and why are you not assuming the same things about me as I'm assuming about you? The key word in that is assumption. I guess I do also assume that people are complex when I see them. Maybe that's just not a general state of being, but at least I wish for equal treatment in that, and so I would rather kind of enter rooms on an equal playing field. And so in that case, I decided that I wanted to multiply. I wished I could multiply myself into all of these different things as soon as I walked into the room. Like, yes, the slave, yes, the servant, yes, the activist, yes, the entertainer, yes, the Afro chic, yes, the transgender, yes, all of these people could just all walk in, and then I could just go back to being myself. And